And when I said in my 9 titles, I am His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib, the proud Caucasian Hebrew ethnic American man with redskin Hebrew, Caucasian Hebrew look, it may seem something ambiguous how dare it can happen. And I want to clarify it to you. And the title you will hear, you'll learn about it at the ending of my Hebraist global campaign song, "My Fire of Elijah," Ezekiel 12. And it is based on Genesis chapter 25, verse 21 to 26, 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 1 to 13, Song of Songs chapter 5, verse 10, Lamentations chapter 4, verse 1 to 7. And I have also divine visions that He provided me. In Genesis chapter 25, we see Jacob and Esau are Isaac and Jacob and Esau are twin brothers. Yet Esau was redskin Hebrew, whereas but Jacob was Caucasian Hebrew. Both of them born of the same Caucasian Hebrew mother, father, grandfather, grandmother. What it came to happen, it is the Hebraist miracle beyond epigenetics, and in such a way is what I am born. I'm born of Caucasian Hebrew, white mix Hebrews, and not from any other. And not only in the scriptures, Elohim has provided me various divine visions. In 2010, I saw my Hebrew forefathers more than 3,000 something years ago. And while they were celebrating their victory after inheriting the land, the promised land, as noted in Joshua chapter 21, verse 43 through 45. Then 2011 to 12, 71 to 72, calendar 50 to 51 criteria, I saw my Caucasian Hebrew foremother, as well as my Caucasian Hebrew sister. She's part of Israel tribe, or a Caucasian Hebrew girl in America, an American. She's part of my famous AdgehThe as well. The thing is, it's not incest. Instead, because all of them they are my Hebrew forefathers. I mean, my Hebrew ethnics, born of the same common ancestry of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, from whom I have sprung forth. The Antichrist, we praise Elohim, Gala's defeated, we praise Elohim, the Hebrew shepherd boy, we praise Elohim, the King David, the Hebrew shepherd boy, the King David. Wonderful in counsel, we praise Elohim, the God of Israel, we praise Elohim, AdgehThe, we praise Elohim, may He rise and prevail. AdgehThe, may He rise and prevail. And the star from Jacob, we praise Elohim, the scepter from Israel, we praise Elohim, the mystery of God, we praise Elohim, my teachers want to learn the mystery of God. My teachers want to learn. The ruler of all nations, we praise Elohim, the Hebraist High Priest. We praise Elohim, His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib. We praise Elohim, Elohim arose from dust. His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib. Elohim arose from dust. His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib. My name is His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib. The Hebraist High Priest, Kohen Gadol, the ruler of all nations in the universe. Declaring to the ordered population except the blessings of God, the communist anti-Satan, the Negroes, blacks, African, commits horrific crime against humanity, declaring the truth of God. The Republic of United States of America government, so-called leaders, are not leaders, and instead they are bread beggars. Well, I don't defame any defamation is crime as well as sin. I don't condemn any unrighteous. I don't frame unrighteous. I don't condemn unrighteous. But I do declare the truth of God. And there it is. In 2008, political campaign, the Obamas, they said they are the very reason the unaware voters in the Republic of United States of America voted for the Obamas was because they said they will solve the economic problem the Bush administration has caused, the economic devastation the Bush administration has caused the Republic of United States of America. And then November 2012, which is almost on the fourth year, 5770 Hebrew calendar, 5770 Hebrew calendar, which one Hebraist High. As I was checking about the national date of the Republic of United States, the Obamas, they say the economy is growing, which is a economist formation, nothing else, and it's not anything genuine. From the very beginning, Obama is a person, even from the perspectives of the laws of the Republic of United States. Obama is a felon, drug gang, who doesn't have even the right to vote, leave alone to be provided any public office. So it is swindling what the Obamas swindled. And furthermore, Obama is among the Cushites, Negroes, blacks, Africans, Elohim has banished them to Africa. From the very beginning, they are brought to the Republic of the United States for punishment by the laws of God, punishment of God as a slave. And when their punishment is over, around 1859, it was the time God wanted them to be returned to Africa, the land of Cush, from where they were brought. But what happened is the Christian religion masked Satanist Lincoln, along with Leduc Solia and then the Maynard, they swindled by insight of demonic spirits. The professional politician Lincoln was disguising as a religious person, as a Christian, for the unaware voters in the Republic of the United States, secretly consulting witches when making governmental policy, taking actions, governmental actions. They, by the insight of demonic spirit, they swindled, and the election 1859, Lincoln swindled the election. Should the public, the voters in the Republic of the United States had been aware Lincoln is a Satanist, I'm 100% sure they wouldn't have voted for Lincoln. So therefore, Lincoln has swindled the election of 1859 as well. And they didn't stop there. They pushed forth, and yet God wants the Cushites, Negroes, blacks, Africans, to be returned to Africa. They brought by wrath of God for slavery as a punishment because of their voodoo practice. And it is why, as the unaware may say, it's apartheid, colonialism, and not at all. It is wrath of God, punishment of God. Leave alone them. Even some of my Hebrew relatives, who have everlasting covenant with God, in Genesis chapter 17, verse 1 through 14, when they started learning abominable practice of descendants of Ham, Elohim prohibited. The God Israel subjugated them to another Hebrew government, another Hebrew king, King Assur, took them captive. It is noted in 2 Kings chapter 15, verse 27 through 29. They had been taken captive by another Hebrew king, King Assur, who had been ruling the world, who ruled the world. It is noted in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 12 through 14. Elohim disintegrated his kingdom because he became a god for himself and forsake the God of our Hebrew forefathers who gave him the victory. He said, I have achieved it all by my might. I have ruled all of the inhabitants of the world by my might, and none stood me up and forsake Elohim. It's wrong. This integrated his kingdom, his world kingdom. And as I said, some of the Hebrews, when they started learning the abominable practice of descendants of Ham, Elohim subjugated them to King Assur, and they had been taken captive. King Assyria, I'm not sure which king Assur. If it is King Assur itself, or another king of a following king, or another king of Assyria, the Bible says, the tanakh says King Assur. Well, it may be first or second, I'm not sure. Nevertheless, they were subjugated and they were taken captive. Some sort of similarity, some sort of thing. And also, when they insisted in, as noted in 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 23 through 27, Elohim exiled them again by King Assur, King of Assyria, as well. A punishment. Even those some of my Hebrew relatives who have everlasting covenant with God, they are punished in such a way. Leave alone the Africans, the Caucasian Hebrew blacks who don't have any covenant with God. So they were from the very beginning brought as a punishment as of God for slavery, and why the descendants of Japheth and Shem from Europe took charge of the lands of Cush, Africa, is because of it as well. It's punishment of God, not colonial, not colony, not apartheid. It is those who are unaware, duped by the anti-Rush world order demonish fields, or those who have insight of demonish fields, who named it so. Otherwise, it is the wrath of God, punishment of God. That was the reason why. And so Lincoln, Satanist Lincoln, disguised as a religious mask, who I said have got it written on the dollar of United States of America, the wording which says statement, we believe in God. We believe in God. Disguising it to the religious persons, voters in the Republic of United States, as a Christian, as a religious person, yet secretly is a Satanist, running satanic purposes. So Lincoln swindled for blacks by insight of demonish fields to let them stay in the Republic of United States, and thereby duping the unaware voters in the Republic of United States, portraying it as if it is appropriate, righteous to let them stay, as well as provide them citizenship of the Republic of United States of America. In such a way, Lincoln swindled and they existed in the Republic of United States of America. But since 2011, 71 Hebrew calendar, 50 Hebraist Elohim spoke to me as a divine vision, 5 or 6 divine visions, Neutral has banished them to Africa. And they are not Americans. They haven't ever been, and they won't be. There are 4 reasons, all of which you could get it. The 4 reasons is, one is because of their blasphemy of God. They named themselves, as well as their African dominions, they worship voodoo. These guys are a mask of religion. God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, Messiah, and so on. It is blasphemy, and unforgivable sin, unforgivable crime. As noted in Leviticus chapter 24, verse 16, Isaiah chapter 36 through the end of chapter 37, Matthew chapter 12, verse 31, chapter 26, verse 60 through 66. And the second is their blasphemy. The third is they fought against the counsel of God for very many long years. And the fourth is they have committed horrific crime against humanity, by which they sabotaged, along with the others, and as well as Red Solar, they sabotaged the chance of eternal life of more than 97 million persons, and caused them to die physical death and go to hell. There is no purgatory, and no once brainwashed into believing in the so-called God of the abominable practices, so-called religious ministers. The God they named Jesus, there are demonic spirits they named Jesus, Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, Jesus Christ, and then Messiah, and so on. And then manipulating Mark chapter 16, verse 16, then so-called baptized, soaked by water, then you could commit any type of sin and you would go to heaven. It's all the double trick of the devil, not anything the truth, all of them are suffering hell. So they have committed all these crimes. Because of this, Elohim has punished them to Africa. So Obama is long banished to Africa, the truth of God. But unaware voters in the Republic of United States may not be aware. But for us, for Hebraists, we have the truth of God, we have the knowledge of God. Obama is not even American citizen. The blacks are not. Yarsler is not American citizen, so is the legislature. They are not American citizens. And in 50 Hebrew calendar, 29 first era, when the gods are brought to me to inherit me my land, United States of America, when I made few days in my land, United States of America, I saw a divine vision. The God Israel revealed to me. And in my divine vision, the original dollar, the official currency of United States of America, is mine. It is mine. And along with it, Elohim said in Mark chapter 12, verse 15 through 17, Mekbib, the then Mekbib, now he's Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib, is the only legitimate leader of Americans, the only legitimate government of America for Americans is my Hebraist government and Congregation of Denvers, which now I am living by my Hebraist government, by my Hebraist High Priest, Kohen Gadol, ruler of all nation Denver's leadership. The only legitimate government Americans should pay tax to. It was what the God of Israel said at the time. And so, even before then, in 1987, 5747 Hebrew calendar, 26 Shavout, while I was sojourning in Ethiopia, in the land of Cush, Genesis chapter 2, verse 13, yet I am a Hebrew, Caucasian Hebrew, a foreigner. And in 1987, 5747 Hebrew calendar, 26 Hebraist, I consistent to what I thought my British American girls, white American girls, 1986, 746 Hebrew calendar, 25 Hebraist, stating socialism is a developed form of anti-Messianism, so we shall eliminate it, as noted in 1 Kings chapter 18 through 19, 2 Kings chapter 9 and 10. Consistent with it, 1987, 47 Hebrew calendar, 26 Hebraist. I debated and defeated the Cushite, the communist, so-called religious ministers, Christian ministers. 3 times I debated. The first time is defending my Hebraist government of the universe. The second time is defending my righteous marriage in which I am married to all white girls. The third is defending my Hebraist congregation of the universe. and all of the three times I defeated them all. And first is Elohim, by which publicly Elohim restored me the Hebrew royal crown of my then Hebrew forefather King David to me, and third is by which Elohim publicly started restoring me to me Shavout, and which I achieved it now since 2007 to 2012, 2007 to 2012, 67, 72 Hebraist 46 to 51, 57, 67 to 72 Hebrew calendar, 46 to 51 Hebraist 100% I have achieved it. And in 1987, it's not the only, what I also collapsed the evil communist empire of the Soviet Union. I have defeated the communists. I also healed a sick, a mad person who had been wandering in the city of AdgehThe, Ethiopia, with a semi-bored standing position, semi-bored standing position, walking such a way, barefoot, wearing maybe the clothes, wearing clothes maybe 5 months or so, not washed, not changed, very slow in thinking, very slow in communicating. And I healed the sick, and was 100% healed, no clarity from any person who has no mental health trouble at all. Quick in thinking, articulative, no more walking in a semi-bowed position, just stand erect. Just a healthy person. No person could detect anything abnormal. And also I healed a person, one of the employees where I was working in the firm, who had been working in the firm I used to work while I was sojourning there, in a general construction contractor firm, and the patient was admitted to intensive care unit, and there are so-called medical doctors have said the patient has no hope of recovery, no cure, or less than 40% or so. According to the other employees who told me about, before I decided to visit, to go to the patient and pray for. I also healed a sick who had been in intensive care unit, and when it happened, and there were communists who had been fighting in political power. 1986, 746 calendar, 25, the God of Israel has told me, Israel has provided me a global purchase manager job. And I told to the employees working there in the firm. Then after some, what happened is, after I told them before, I told the employees there about it, before it happened. And then what happened is, because they are communists, when I'm saying God said such a thing to me, and it's going to happen, and many of them, even including those so-called religious persons who disguise the mask of religion, because they are all of them Voodoo communists, they became hostile to me. Nevertheless, after I told them 3 months or 4 months after the God of Israel told me about it, I was officially assigned on the post. And Elohim has bounced who was the division manager working at the time, and so-called division manager. And Elohim has bounced, and their general manager, so-called general manager, so the communist push has bounced them on them. And it took me 18 months, brothers, to get the salary. The communists in political power had withheld. When they became aware what I said, what I prophesied, what God told me is being fulfilled, and I'm officially assigned on the post, it alarmed them, because their communists who say there's no God, it is the communism. And now what happens is, if it happens, their socialism is going to collapse. And which they say there is no God, the socialism communism is going to collapse. And that's what I taught my British American brothers. It is going to be considered as anti-Messianism, which has to be eliminated. So they fought a life and days fighting it. So they fought, they withheld the salary I have to get, and they fought against God. The brothers Elohim bounced them all. The administrator, the Communist Party chief, and so on, bounced them all. At the time, and then as the guy who said to me, I got the salary. I shall be paid for the work. And this not only after some time, I was officially also assigned to run the division managers. The division manager office, with all running all of the global purchases aspects of the division manager job, the division manager office. Then I checked with, I had been, at the time I was worshipping the God of Israel at AdgehThe, which AdgehThe, they call International Evangelical Church. It's a white ethnic Americans owned so-called church, and there who worship there, more than 99% of those who worship there are white ethnics from Europe, Australia, North America, and so on. So it's where I had been worshipping with my brothers, the God of Zechariah, the God of Shem, the God of Ishmael, Esau, the God of the household of Israel. And there, and I had been, and at the time I had been providing my tithes to Swedish Pentecostal, so-called Swedish Pentecostal mission. Yet worshipping God at AdgehThe. And so I checked with the Swedish Pentecostal mission to see if they have a job. So I could, because I wanted to devote myself I wanted to work in a religious organization instead of there. I checked with them. So when I checked the chief of the Swedish Pentecostal mission in Ethiopia was the person I met, and they offered me the supplies department job, supplies department manager job. While I was working in the general construction contractor firm, I was assigned to run the office of the division managers global purchase aspect, and report to the supplies department manager. The supplies department oversees the procurement, which is the purchasing, as well as the warehousing and the distribution. It was and nevertheless, the Swedish Pentecostal mission provided me supplies department manager post. Things being so, I left the country because it was time for me to leave the land. The God of Israel is gonna bring me to inherit my land, inherit me my land, United States of America. And In 1987, as I said, when Elohim bounced all of them, all of those in political power, and I defeated all of those Cushites, and I made such huge miracles, they said to me, "We praise your God." And Mekwadge defeated the communists. The God of Mekwadge defeated communists. And some said, as long as you are not arrogant, you will continue to rule the world. Why do I say such a thing? Is because I have stolen my intellectual property, so called psychically. And in there I have annotated, Elohim has spoken to me, I had annotated Genesis chapter 9, verse 26 to 27. And there where I am Hebrew, Caucasian, Hebrew ethnic, the white man, and I am the living Shem. It was how we praise God. The world, the righteous Shem, the God of the righteous Shem, to whom the world leadership, the universal leadership, is provided. Some say, no, was a drunk person, and cursed him because he was intoxicated and blessed Japhet in such a mood. Nothing else. No, they are wrong. And instead, my Hebrew forefather that I didn't know was righteous man. Genesis chapter 6 verse 9 it speaks about. And God has also honored it. And God has also honored it. He cursed Ham by the Spirit of God, and he blessed Japhet and provided the world leadership to Shem by the Spirit of God. And God has honored it. We see the evidences in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 12 through 14. The descendant of Shem, King Assur, had ruled the world. And it's not don't mean it's not a thing of the past. I am the descendant of Shem, the living Shem, the living King David, the star from Jacob, the Sulphur from Israel. Elohim anointed, appointed, and Elohim had spoken to me about it. So at the time, it was the time they saw the Soviets publicly, the Soviet communists saw officially have collapsed their evil communist Soviet empire, and eliminated socialism and communism from the surface of the earth. By my Hebraist government and congregation of the universe, under my Hebraist High Priest, Kohen Gadol, ruler of all nations, leadership, which had been in the process at the time, yet while I was sojourning in Ethiopia. It's not only the Soviet communists, my Hebraist I started converting them to Hebraist since 1965, from 25 calendar for Hebraist. I married to the more since 1966, 2020 calendar for Hebraist. And my righteous marriage, I knew this project, functional, financial, consummate marriage. My righteous marriage in 1973, 77, 733, 37 calendar, 12 to 16 Hirashara, and 1987, 40 calendar, 19 Hirashara. Elohim revealed me, neutral has made me their righteous Aram. So, and my righteous marriage ceremony, in which I married to all right beggars, happened in 1998, 758 calendar, 37 Hirashara. And I named all right beggars, penis radio AdgehThe, according to Genesis chapter 3 verse 20, because all right beggars are my wives, my Eves, and I'm the righteous Adam of Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. And then you should have a question. Since 1965, I am leading my Hebrew girls. Since the time Elohim declared, revealed to me, I am their righteous Aram. Since 1980, I am leading all of my Hebrew girls in righteousness. So, no question. Though the Hebraist conversion started since 1965, 725 calendar, 4 Hebraist era, Elohim revealed me, I am their righteous era in 1980. 740 calendar, 19 Hebraist era. And since then, all of the white girls, I am living you righteously. Indeed, I am the righteous Aram. I am living it. Evidence, unquestionable, undoubtable evidence. And they come from adding to my temple AdgehThe without divorcing any of my 3 billion principal AdgehThe. All right, this is in the process. And so 1987, 47 calendar, 25 I had been being in charge of the world. I have started being in charge of the world before the sight of Elohim. And as well, not only before the sight of Elohim, as well as my relatives, Ataisi, and the Swedish Pentecostal mission, and some white ethnics. Then, after Elohim brought me to inherit my land in Asher from America, in 2007, 2005, 2007, 765, calendar, 44, I debated and defeated all of the old religious, business, economic, political, as well as science leaders. And as Elohim spoke to me, I am the star from Jacob, the scepter from Israel. Elohim spoke to me about me more than 3,400 years ago by a Hebraist prophet in Numbers chapter 24, verse 17, descendant of Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, from the tribes of Judah, Joseph, and Levi. I have destroyed all the settlement, the anti-Hebraist world order, and I have started replacing it by my Hebraist world order, the order of the universe. And I have started Hebraist Continentus universe building project. And things being so, in 2012, 772 Hebrew calendar, 51 Hebraist era, I saw another divine vision. In the divine vision, I was talking to officials of two officials of. I was talking to an official of the government of the Republic of United States of America, and there were two who had been standing, and I was talking to one of them, and the person I was talking to was a white Mexican. Just a relaxed atmosphere. And what I was talking to the official of the Republic of United States of America is declaring the truth of God. All other religions have collapsed before sight of Elohim since 1999, 57, 59, Hebrew calendar, 38 Hebraist era. And all other governments have ended before sight of Elohim since 2007, 67 Hebrew calendar, 46 Hebraist era, and providing the opportunity Elohim has provided, except the negotiators for the brothers of God who committed horrific crime against humanity, except them, the opportunity Elohim has provided them in my Hebraist government congregation of the universe under my Hebraist High Priest Kohen Gadol foundation leadership. It was what I was talking to, declaring the truth of God and urging them to start for all white males, except all white ladies, the Persians, except the legislature, all of them who have white children, they orient themselves at the rule that was for all descendants of Ham, except the Caucasian Hebrew Africans, at the rule that hamnations.org, they started by orienting themselves. It's about their internal life, and when they aspire for Hebraist leadership, as well as Elohim inspires them to, we will train them for it. And for all white girls and my people, I'm teaching, mobilizing them, my horizon, at the rule that Hebraist. It was what I was declaring the truth of God to the white ethnic male figure, official of the Republic of the United States of America. When I finished talking then just we shook hands, and I left from there. And as I am walking just away from the official I talked to, the second official of the Republic of the United States of America, I saw it, and when I saw it, I identified it. It is a demonic spirit in a human form. not a human being at all. So I ordered it, and in the name of Elohim Shavout, because I have authority over the English speech, and send it to hell, where it suffers in hell forevermore. And as I said it, I had started being in charge of the ordered before the sight of Elohim, and a few white ethnic, some thousands of my wife's Shavout, as well as some other white ethnics that I see when I worship. They are aware of a Swedish Pentecostal mission. And after Elohim brought me to inherit my land in 1990, after I saw the divine vision, the white ethnics in the United States of America, they say to me, hey, our president. Why our president? Yet I am the living Shem, ruler of all the ordered, to whom also the ordered, even the leadership of the universe is provided. How they named me our president? I do suspect something, because at the time, the Cushites, Negroes, Blacks, Africans, Yadus, had been fabricating, saying, because I have stolen my intellectual property, Genesis chapter 9, verse 20 through 27, by the atheistic, communist, Satanist mind, they thought it is, they have knowledge of what it means, it says, and they had been saying, no, they are going to enslave the descendants of Ham. It was what they were fabricating. Nevertheless, it was not the truth. Without compromising on what the God of Israel spoke to me in Genesis chapter 9, verse 26 through 27, I made my Hebraist policy of Hebraist citizenship, right to vote, and right for public office. And I have published it to hamnations.org, as well as ocean.org, as well as Hebraist.us. And according to my 5 Hebraist govt campaign pledges, in which I will lead them, except the blessings of God, I will lead the older population, all nations in the universe, except the blessings of God, Yadus, the Cushites, Negroes, Blacks, Africans, except them, in greater freedom, in greater economic prosperity, crime-free, greater standard of living, global peace, universal peace and stability, eternal life, verifiable honors, greater freedom from what? Greater freedom from any government on earth which has ended since 2007, 2067, if you calendar, 46 Hebraist era, before the sight of Elohim. Any government on earth of the anti-Hebraist world order, greater freedom, that any government on earth of the anti-Hebraist world order, including the government of the Republic of the United States of America. Greater freedom than what they could have lived, than what they could live under the government of the Republic of the United States of America. Greater freedom than any other government, including the EU, the European Union. Consistently, according to what Elohim spoke to me in Genesis chapter 9, verse 26 to 27, 100% free from any compromise. And the descendants of Ham are grateful to me. I am leading them blamelessly before the sight of Elohim. Those who thought that they have the knowledge of what God said there, now they found out they are wrong. And the Bible they thought is literal to them is not literal to them. It is literal to me because Elohim reveals what it means to me, but not to them. So it might have been because of it. Nevertheless, what God said is now 100% proved divine, and 98% fulfilled. The only legitimate leader of Americans, Mekbib, Hebraist Congregation of the Universe, under Hebraist High Priest Kohen Gadol rule of formation universe leadership, is the only legitimate government Americans should pay tax to. I have uploaded another global Hebraist message about it, and you could watch it, or watch all of my global Hebraist campaign messages, and in there you'll get I'm teaching you in details about it, how it is fulfilled. Nevertheless, I think it's being so. What I for now I'm speaking is those in the Republic of United States of America government, so-called leaders, are not leaders. What is my evidence? I don't blaspheme, I don't condemn, I don't frame any, I don't swindle. I am righteous, and I'm declaring the truth of God. And how they are not leaders, and instead they are beggars. When Obama was when voters in 2008, you can when voters in 2008, 5768 Hebrew calendar, 47 Hebraist provided the vote for Obama, the Obamas. The majority of the voters in the Republic of United States voted for the Obamas. It was because of because they said they are gonna solve the economic problem of the Republic of United States of America. The Bush administration has caused the economic devastation, which I had warned, stating their economic policy is wrong. Since 2001, 2061 Hebrew calendar, 40 Hebraist. Bush didn't give me a damn, so in 2008, 2007, 2008, the Republic of United States faced economic devastation. Should Bush have considered and the appropriate Hebraist economic policy, I devised it and emailed to, it would have been averted. The economic devastation United States faced would have been averted as well. And so after the Obama took office, what happened is in November 25, 2012, I saw it says they are taking donations from the citizens to reduce the debt of the government, the Republic of United States America government, they incurred. What happened is, by the wrong economy policy, stimulus after stimulus, they sank the Republic of United States into further and further debt. They didn't solve the economic problem. Any person, as long as cash is printed and spent, the unemployment number will continue to come down. Because cash is being printed and being spent. And those firms, it keeps them alive in business as long as they get the cash. Nevertheless, the country goes on sinking further and further in debt. Even in 2012 itself, they have incurred a debt of 1.245 billion, 1 trillion 245 billion, and some $1 million of debt in 2012 itself. If their economy was growing, they wouldn't have been sinking further and further in debt. And what happened is, as I saw in the news, they have even requested, they are collecting cash from the public today to pay for the debt. How dare? Haven't they said they're gonna solve the economic problem? When did such a thing came to happen? I researched it, and I got in the time of the Kennedy administration, there was such a law which says United States, the Republic of United States of America takes donation to reduce debt, as well as takes cash donation to reduce the debt of the Republic of America government, as well as property and so on. I'm not sure as to whether it is genuine or not. I researched it, but I didn't get any further information. And it says there what I got in there is also it is something which legislation made reforming the previous law or some regulation about the donations, and it indicates donations for such purpose had been being collected by the Republic of United States of America government earlier. When did it start? Who made it law? What was the reason for? Why? I don't have any knowledge. And is what the information I got from John F. Kennedy Library genuine, credible? I'm not sure. It could be something else, something implanted as well. The past is something else. The past is something else. What matters is now. And what the campaign they made, why the unaware voters in the Republic of United States voted the Obama is so they could solve the economic problem. Instead, what I'm seeing is the country sinking further and further in debt. They incurred because of their wrong economic policy, dysfunctional economic policy. And they are requesting donation from the public. The leaders, when someone say the Obamas are in the Democratic Party, and the so-called Republicans, it is they who caused by their wrong economic policy during the Bush administration as well. They caused the economic devastation. And it's not only the healthcare law the Obamas passed, they made, is something which coerces American citizens, youngsters 45 and below, to pay cash, to make cash giveaway, free cash giveaway to insurance industry for which they don't get any benefit. It is the dictated, coerced by penalty. It is a socialist law, not American law. The 7 core values of America are individualism, capitalism, science and technology, freedom, justice, constitutionalism, refined religion. These 7 core American values are also our Hebraist values, though the American core values are the inferior version of our superior Hebraist core values. And as long as their legislation coerces, dictates the citizens by penalty to pay cash, they shouldn't, then it is infringement of liberty, the first clause of Amendment 14 of the United States Constitution opposed to. This is because they are not Americans, they consider it as it is constitutional. Otherwise, the first clause and the 5th clause says it is any state cannot deprive any citizen, any person from liberty. And the 5th clause says only by making appropriate legislation. The politicians running the government of the Republic of the United States of America could govern. And the laws are not, the legislation made, they are not appropriate, instead coercive, dictatorial, then the citizens are deprived from their liberty as well. Therefore, they are not Americans. The so-called Supreme Court judges, which say it is constitutional, are not Americans either. The other thing is also their tax. Their tax system is progressive tax. If a person, an American citizen, is successful in the land, genuinely, and become wealthy, then they would be penalized by a lot of cash being taxed from them. It is a socialist way of wealth distribution. It is a socialist tax, not a capitalist even. Not Hebraist, a capitalist tax. My Hebraist and my Hebraist government and congregation donors, the tax I have is flat tax, which is also common tax, common rate tax for the rich as well as the poor. Common rate tax. So, if somebody exceeds and becomes wealthy, successful in life, then it is what we want. Because those persons could invest their wealth further and generate employment. It is what I want. Any person succeeds in life is what I want. They invest, and the investment and they generate employment. And instead, so instead of encouraging it, what happened is that they are penalizing. It is a socialist tax. Some of the things they made. So are they Americans? Are they leaders? I don't think so. I don't think so. If they were leaders, why haven't they solved the economic problem? That's the question. Are they leaders? I don't think so. If they are leaders, why haven't they solved the economic problem? 8 years during the Bush administration, now almost 4 years, almost 12 years. Why haven't they solved the economic problem? Sure, they were leaders. Why in the hell they legislated socialist law? Should they were leaders? Should they were Americans? Well, the Obamas are not Americans. Yadis are not Americans. And unless they are Yadis or as well as Yadis for Ladisoras, the Shaitan plus Africans, conspirator, shamans and Taria, Dr. Sahir, Bar Jesus Voodoo, unless them, the rest are those polarized, duped by the demonic spirit of the anti-Hebraist world order. Therefore, it is necessary for them to Hebraist orient themselves at my Hebraist Bethlehem sites. As I emailed them my global press release, my Hebraist global press release, declaring them the truth of God, all other governments in order have ended since 2007, 2006, 46, all other religions have ended, collapsed before the sight of Iran since 1990, 97, 69, Hebrew calendar, 38, and they would dissipate soon, replaced by my Hebraist government and congregational leaders under my Hebraist High Priest Kohen Gadol rule of foundation for leadership consistently. It is necessary the Hebraist orient, they learn my Hebraism in one of my Hebraist Bethlehem sites where they belong. Except the Negroes, Kushites, blacks, Africans, because the Kushites are banished to Africa, the blacks, including Obama, are banished to Africa, and Elohim has banished them. And And it has started being fulfilled. It is 100% divine vision, and it's getting wider and wider attention around the world, and it will be 100% fulfilled. And but for the others, as I said, either they are duped or polarized by the demonic spirits of the anti-Christ world order. Therefore, none of them is leader. None of them is leader. As what the God of Israel said. The only legitimate leader of Americans should pay tax to. The only legitimate government, government, the only legitimate leader now is Melchizedek Mekbib by Hebraist government and congregation of Denver's under Hebraist High Priest rural four-nation Denver's leadership. It is 98% fulfilled, 100% proved divine. So, except those polarized, duped by the demonic spirits of the anti-Christ world order, to the Obamas, Yadis for Legisolas, as well as Yadis for Legisolas, the Shite Negroes, Blacks, Africans, Conspirator, Chairman, the Central DJ says on, I and my wife is Mr. Rodriguez, which I am married legally, righteously, before the sight of Elohim, as well as before the sight of world population, from the perspective of the definition of the government of the Republic of the United States. There is no marriage, no cohabitation exists. So we're not criminals. We didn't commit any crime, even in the law, from the perspective of the laws of the Republic of the United States. Nevertheless, we are in the process of reforming it. And tomorrow I'll be in charge of the order. And so the Shavout is also legally, righteously. We are not criminals who break the law. We function legally, blamelessly. I'm ready, my heart is saying, before the sight of Elohim. And so I have, because I am the leader, Elohim, anointed, appointed, the legitimate leader of Americans, though not only for Americans, as what the God of Israel said in 1997, if you can, 29 Hiroshima, I have solved all the problems. And in 2 years and 4 months, I will generate full employment, 5.4% unemployment, without any stimulus spending, without any austerity measure, including Europe. And my Hebraist divine connection to my white American girls, mostly of Hebrew descendants, so-called part of the so-called Lost Tribes of Israel as large. In United States of America, the British, the Scandinavians, the Irish, Iceland, Belgium, Luxembourg, French, Swiss, the descendants of North America, South America, Oceania, so-called the Lost Tribes of Israel at large, is what the God of Israel started teaching me, speaking to me about while I was sojourning in Ethiopia in 1980s, some 40s, 19 to 23, in Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 1 through 14, is with Catherine's prayer, which she composed it as an anthem for America. America the Beautiful. They titled it America the Beautiful. In 1893, according to Wikipedia, in 1893, Catherine was a teacher, a British American, experienced a sort of miracle, so they say. What type of miracle? A Hebrew miracle, noted in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4 through 5. So she composed the anthem after she experienced the Hebrew miracle, noted in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4 through 5. And it is where my divine Hebraist connection I have started in the United States of America with her Hebrew miracle she experienced, which caused her to compose the song "America the Beautiful." And here, not all of it. Here is it. What I consider is what she says: "O beautiful for pilgrim feet, whose stern impassioned trust, as thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God made thine every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine." It is where my connection to Catherine is. And I am the answer for Catherine, the prayer. It's just a prayer song. And I am the answer for the prayer. The Hebraist government and congregation of the universe, under my Hebraist High Priest Kohen Gadol role of coordination leadership, is the answer for all of it, for her, as well as, and also I am there, Caucasian Hebrew ethnic, as well the British descendant of Hebrew descendants, Caucasian Hebrew descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as I am. So we have a common Hebrew ethnic, Caucasian Hebrew ethnicity, and also they are my wives, and they are righteous Adam. And the God has made revealed it to me, has created, made them. They are my wives, my worship, my people. So it is my Hebraist divine connection to United States of America, as well as my prophesies, my wife's part of Pimsad Vargas, started. And it is in 1893. And I will complete my wedding to my 10 penny AdgehThe, Penny Lynette AdgehThe from Williamsville, Illinois, Paris Whitney AdgehThe. Her white ethnic relatives are the legal owners of the Hilton Hotels, and 8 other penny AdgehThes, all of whom Caucasian American girls and Hebraist converts, without divorcing any of my Pimsad Vargas or White Nicholas. I married them according to the term and condition of my aunt and French which I have published it through the post office. And legally, righteously, I'm going to complete my wedding to them. Legally, righteously. And it is possible I could complete my wedding to my Stephen AdgehThe, Paris AdgehThe, in few weeks, and the rest of the 8 penny AdgehThes in few months, according to the divine vision I saw and Elohim provided me guidance recently. And I have locked the gates of heaven against any person who steals anything mine. Even they pass it down through days of generations, none of them will obtain eternal life, none of them will enter into heaven. As noted in 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23 through 24, Matthew chapter 16, verse 19, John chapter 20, verse 22 through 23. I have cast out and dusted in hell the so-called God of our moral practices, the so-called God, the so-called Spirit of God of Jews, Christians, Messianic Jews, noted in Exodus chapter 22, verse 16, Numbers chapter 24, verse 1, Joshua chapter 13, verse 22, Psalm chapter 17, verse 3, Psalm chapter 26, verse 2, Psalm 139, verse 1, Isaiah chapter 29, verse 1 through 4, verse 45, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 3, Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 20, chapter 17, verse 10, chapter 20, verse 7, verse 12, Matthew chapter 9, verse 34, chapter 12, verse 24, Luke chapter 11, verse 15, chapter 18, verse 18 through 19, John chapter 1, verse 11, John chapter 8, verse 44, chapter 14, verse 17, Romans chapter 8, verse 10, verse 27, 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 10, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 10, Revelation chapter 2, verse 23, the anti-Hebraist evil, the demonic spirit, the princes of darkness worship, disguised as Jew, Christian, Messianic Jews, and so on. I am here. His Melchizedek. I have defied all the beggars. I am His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib. The Hebraist High Priest, Kohen Gadol, ruler of all nations in the universe. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Shem, the God of Ishmael, the God of Esau, Yahweh, Elohim, anointed, appointed. The Hebrew High Priest, Kohen Gadol, to whom Elohim restored Shavout. The Hebrew royal, Elohim restored the royal crown of my Hebrew forefather, the then King David. The Caucasian Hebrew, ethnic American man with redskin Hebrew, Caucasian Hebrew look, the white man, running all nations in the universe, the only man in the universe. I have 9 titles. I am His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib, His Melchizedek, Dr.Mekbib, and finished our broadcast at www.Hebraist.us.